you. I was looking at Chris, but I that wasn't an insult, guys. I love each and every one of you guys.
Oh my god.
Minus Chris.
I don't know who he's talking to.
I'm talking to the fans.
What's up? Welcome back to We Are Dynamize. This is episode 12, I believe. I think we talked about partying in the last episode. It's been a minute. We've been off grid for about a little under a month. Just got back. Been really busy with shit. But yeah, I went to Tahiti. Brandon's going to break down a little bit of the beginning of that trip and why we were going to Tahiti. And yeah, so we were in Tahiti. We went. We
were.
I got there 2 days before you. Then you came. What was our main goal, my guy? What
we were going to sail from Tahiti to Hawaii.
So keyword, we're going to sail. So that didn't end up happening. So kind of break down. How was your first?
You're going straight at it.
The first setback that we had in Tahiti. We were supposed to leave the day after you got there.
From all the paperwork and that bullshit?
Yeah, paperwork to dry dock to painting to running around to me and you and Ace Hardware to.
How many times did we go to Ace on that trip?
How many times did we go fucking anywhere? We were running around nonstop. Around the clock, trying to figure out how to get into the harbor because we were locked out of the harbor every fucking time we left.
No key card? Oh. And then you'd get those, like that person who tried to close the gate on me to make sure I couldn't get out. I'm like, I'm leaving here.
People were dickheads, man. That was super lame. So, yeah, guys, backstory. So we went to Tahiti. We were trying to sail from Tahiti to Oahu. Backstory on that. I sailed one time when I was a kid for like 2 weeks when I was probably like 12 years old. Brandon sailed one time, but you wouldn't really call it sailing.
Nah.
He was just along for the ride. So we've never sailed before. We're going to sail from Oahu, or from Tahiti to Oahu. I get there 2 days prior to Brandon getting there. We're supposed to leave the following day after Brandon arrives, basically with COVID and everything else going on. We got pushed back like
2 weeks.
Yeah, like 10 days or something, I think it was,
something
right?
Ridiculous.
Some stupid shit like that. So let's break down for the people. We spent 10 days in Papeete, Tahiti. If any of you guys don't know, Tahiti sounds cool. Really, it sounds cool when you say, hey, I was in Tahiti for 10 days. Tahiti's not that cool. Not a great place. Not a lot of fun.
Well, like the surf and stuff is good, but like in the town
but
itself.
But the surf's only good at Chopu.
Yeah,
and
so Moorea was way sicker.
Right, so I mean, we're in Tahiti for a vast majority of the trip. So let's break down that. We partied with some locals. We fucking met some French people. We fucking fucked around, kind of tried to make the best of it. Ran errands all day, every day, trying to figure out where the Carrefour was, because that's like the grocery store in Tahiti that doesn't exist, but it exists. We looked for that bitch for like
a week?
It seemed like a week. A really long time. But yeah, let's break down. I mean, the first night you got there, what did we end up doing? Did you get in at night? No,
I got
early
in
in the
like
morning,
4
right?
in the morning or something. You picked me up from the airport.
Right. And we did.
Then we went straight into it. We went up to the room, dropped our shit off, and then went straight down to the boat. And that was when the inspection on the boat was.
Oh, it was that day?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we like learned how to sail that day.
No,
you got in, and then didn't we go out and sail?
We didn't sail that day. I don't think we sailed the next day, or no, we did because
we did. Yeah, we were on the boat, or in the dock, fucking doing an inspection on the boat, making sure it was all good. The on dock inspection took like 3 fucking hours.
Yeah, and we were just frying.
Yeah, we were just getting toasted by the sun. So we did that. Then we learned how to sail. We took the inspection out to the water. Yep, got delayed. Went to some great bars.
We were going to dip, and then customs was like, yeah, no, actually, you're not leaving yet.
Yeah, customs and the paperwork on the boat and shit, or whatever.
So moral of the story is we were supposed to get there, leave. What ended up happening is the guy we were buying the boat from, or the guy we were going with was buying the boat from, ended up saying, oh, yeah, I didn't fill out any of the paperwork, and I owe the French government a bunch of money, and the boat's actually owned by the bank, but no big deal. You guys are going to be out of here in no time. Yeah, transferring the money, because the money was in Seattle, right?
Yeah, it was in like escrow, yeah.
And then ended up getting sent to France, and he didn't want to sign the rest of the paperwork for us to dip because he owed the French government money and was pissed about it. Respectable. I get why he was pissed about it, but the deal was already done. So, come on. Let's get things on the road.
Yeah, let's get the show on the road. Then, I mean...
Then we dipped to Boreo with Justin and Scotty.
Did we already... Let's talk about in Tahiti, though. Did we already go out prior to going to Moorea?
No, we just went and got food and would grab a picture or whatever.
That wasn't the night where you and Justin...
Oh, I forgot about that.
Whatever Coral walked.
Yeah.
That was before that, right?
Yeah, that was right before we went to Moorea for the first time.
Yeah, so guys, in Tahiti, it gets super boring, and especially during COVID, I bet it's even boringer, right? It's even worse. There's, like, the harbor we're at was in downtown Papeete, and there's, like, a strip right there with, like, literally 2 bars on it that were open ever. So we wanted food, like, we'd have to go to the bar and get food. And, like, every night we'd go, we'd all get a pitcher because there was 5 of us, okay? And, one night, I mean, we just got kind of out of control. I think we were just too bored, maybe. I don't know, but we got a little out of control.
Like every other night we were there.
Every other night. But this night was a good one. We were all pretty tore up from the floor up, for sure. So Brandon and our other buddy Justin, they get like they're pretty hammered, pretty fucked up, and they're heading back to the boat from the restaurant, and they're locked out of the harbor, and then break them down like what the Coral Garden was, like try and like break down the scenery for him, like how it was set up, because it was pretty funny. I found out you did it, and I was like, damn, like you fall, you're fucked.
Oh, if I fell, I would have been bummed.
And Justin was like scared as shit, right?
I would have had a lot of pissed off people at me too.
It would have been so funny.
Because in the harbor, they plant these whole entire coral beds for restoring all the reefs and everything. Awesome program they actually have there. But what ended up happening is we're locked out of the gate, and I see it was steel strap from the wall of the harbor to the docks. And I was just like, hey, we can't get in. It's midnight. There's no one going in and out. We don't have a key card. The key card was on the boat with your dad at that time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, I'm not sleeping in the streets. And so I ended up hopping the little fence, walking across the whole entire metal section, hopping on the dock. But it's probably 1.25 inches wide.
Yeah.
And
super narrow.
Yeah. I thought Justin was going to die.
Yeah, I mean, the hop over this gate, though, because you got to hop over and then you got to hop down onto the rail. Like, you can't just, like, walk onto the rail, guys. You got to physically, like, jump or maybe, like, a big down step.
It's like 6 feet.
Okay, yeah. So you got to jump onto the rail and then, like, catch yourself on the rail like a fucking cat and then walk it, right? And then on one side you have water. You could totally fall. The other side, straight coral, fucking a foot deep. You're just going to land on it. Just completely land on it. And coral will fuck you up, guys, for people that don't know. It's just, like, really sharp rock. So you do it first, from my understanding, and then Justin's tripping. Huh? Like, you did it without a breeze, right? Yeah.
Well, you know,
like,
I had
chill.
a little liquid courage in me, and I'm just like,
oh, for sure.
Oh, we got this, dude. He's like, dude, I don't think we can get it. And I'm like, nah, I got this.
Don't even trip, yeah. Wait. So I actually have a question. So you guys did it, but then you came back to the restaurant like 30 minutes later. Did you coral walk back?
Huh? Yeah.
You had to coral walk back to
Yeah.
get back over?
How else was I going to get
Damn,
back?
so you did it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fucking sketchy. He's 3 for 3, guys. He didn't eat shit. Fucking nuts guy over here. Okay.
All that tight-roping, man. A lot of practice.
Oh, for sure.
I've never tight-roped.
Yeah, I don't think you have.
Hey,
right.
one day I will. Just you watch. I'm going to be over like a 500-foot cliff
Dude,
to cliff.
I want to go do that.
I'm going to do it.
I want to go do that.
Greg, you down? I got the thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen.
Greg's
Next
game.
episode, Brandon Miller tight-ropes.
Bro, you got like 5 days to tightrope. You're fucked. Okay, so we're in Tahiti. We're getting fucked up. We're getting smashed. You're coral walking. Me and the other homie meet some French girls. They're kind of like annoying, but kind of not, but kind of pretty annoying.
Talk about the ultimate homie move, dipping. I'm a good guy.
Are we talking about homie moves right now? We can talk about homie moves, dude. I mean, I was hooking it up.
Yeah, no.
All right, guys. So Me and Scotty meet these two French chicks. Why Brandon and Justin are with us. Justin's dating my sister. Backstory on that. So he's obviously out of the equation, and he looked like he was like 40. I think the chicks thought he was like 40 or some shit. He was pretty fucked up too. But then Scotty was the one who originally approached him, right? And then I wasn't even trying to be in the mix because I was trying to make a move on the waitress, right? Or did make a move on the waitress, and then I was waiting for that. Like, that was my cue, right? So then we sit down, and we're playing Captain Dickhead, or what do you guys call it? What do you guys? King's Cup. We're playing King's Cup at the fucking restaurant, okay? These chicks whip out cards, and apparently that's like a universal game. Every fucking language knows that. So we start playing King's Cup at this restaurant, and Justin's going to bail. Scotty had his eyes dead set on that one, and the other one was like, I don't think anybody wanted to take one for the team. Obviously.
Like, Justin's like, yo, I'm ready for bed. I'm like, yo, me too.
Yeah, so I mean, a homie move, but not really, because somebody was getting fucked over with the trog, you know? Which, bummer there.
I just kind of threw myself under the bus there, didn't I?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you kind of did a homie move, kind of not. I don't know. Depends on if you, like, knew I would come through or if I'd be taking one for the team.
I had faith in you, bro.
Yeah, see, there you go. So now, yeah, great guy. So me and Scotty go to like the Hyatt or something with these chicks afterwards and like try and like go swimming in their pool. Obviously the pool's closed. Got kicked out of that real quick. Made our way back down to downtown Papaete. I got a bunch of glass in my foot. Started the trip off perfect.
Oh, I remember that. And then that's when we found that scalpel.
Yeah, then we found a scalpel. Brandon was doing surgery on me and shit. And then we went to Moorea, right? And then
we went to Moorea that next day.
Yeah, we sailed to Moorea. Didn't catch a single fucking fish.
No, we hooked up on a blue marlin that day.
Oh, we did. Yeah, we hooked up. I was bummed we didn't catch that, dude. It was kind of close to the boat. I mean, it only took out like 100 yards of line, it seemed like, too, huh? Got off the hook quick, though, right? Yeah, I got off the hook in like fucking 10 seconds.
Just snapped everything. We weren't originally trying to catch a marlin, but...
Yeah, facts. 100%. So then we went to Moorea with Justin and Scotty. We anchored on the south side of Moorea, and that was in a like private little unknown anchorage. That was fucking sweet.
Yeah, that was super rad because we were the solo out there, had a perfect little left, and we're just going at it back to back to back until it wasn't even that. We spent a day or two there.
I think we were there. I think we were there for the weekend.
For the whole weekend, yeah.
For the weekend.
We were supposed to take off Monday or turned into Tuesday, and
then we got
Justin
pushed.
and Scotty bailed.
Yeah, as soon as we got back, they were there for 2 more days and bailed. Yeah, they bailed on like Tuesday because we couldn't leave Tuesday.
Then we got pushed again or whatever. Then we ended up taking off, heading to Tiki Howl.
So then we started the trip. Yeah.
Night watch. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll just jump straight into the fucking sailing. So we were fucking
professional sailors at this point. Absolute professional sailors. Like, you ever want someone to take you around the world on a boat? That's your guy right there. He's stoked on it. He loves it. He loves the waves crashing against a boat. 6 to 10 foot seas. He is there every single time with a smile on his face.
What an experience, bro. What a fucking experience.
And then you got to wake him up, and he's just like, oh, shit, here we go again. We have to change the sails.
Dude, every time I got woken up, it wasn't for a shift, dude. It was for fucking fixing something.
Yeah.
I'd be like an hour into fucking not deep sleep because you're not getting deep sleep, but an hour into this shit, you'd be like, hey, dude, we got to fucking fix this. Or fucking that one time I woke up and heard screaming and shit. Like, what a fucking nightmare, man. What an experience or what a nightmare. So it went from 5 people to 3 people. Myself, my dad, and Brandon. And we're sailing to this place called Tiki Howl. Fucking island in the middle of nowhere. It's only 200 miles out from Tahiti. And you can't you can't get there in a day. So for people that don't understand that, it's a 2-day trip, basically. And so we're doing night watches. And we figure out the schedule. I'm a night owl, so I'm like 12 to 4 that first night. You're like 8 to 12, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, because we switched it up on the way back. Remember, we switched it up.
And then I woke up stupid early. No, I got up at like 2:30 in the morning with you that one.
Yeah, you came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 2:30 in the
Yeah, we
morning.
were just
and
making
then
coffee, fucking cruising.
And then I was up there till like 11 o'clock or some shit.
Yeah, you were. And then I took over because my dad was fucking over it, and you were like, dude, I'm cacked. Okay, so break down your first night watch experience by yourself. So for everyone who doesn't know, there's 3 people on the boat. This boat, like, to operate a fucking sailboat or any boat by that matter, like, someone has to be watching 24/7 because you don't want to run into another boat. Like Brandon's saying, it's 6 to 10 foot swells. If you haven't been somewhere like that, which I'm assuming most of you haven't, it's pitch fucking black outside, and the only thing you see...
Well, there's no moon. Literally,
there was no moon.
It was a new moon, so there was nothing for us.
There's no moon, only stars.
The stars were mental, though.
The stars were insane, but, like, they didn't light up shit, you know? Like, it was 6 to 10 foot swells. You didn't see the wave until it already hit the boat or is about to hit the boat, and it's too late. Like, you're getting fucking buckets of water.
That was the night I just got drilled.
Yeah, that's the night. So, for anyone that doesn't know, that's that. That's a little majority of it. And then, Brandon's going to break down his first 4-hour night watch to you guys. This is after being up on the boat all fucking day.
All day.
You know? Already sailing.
Sunburnt and fried. Yeah. And then next thing you know, it's 24 knot winds consistently and 6 to 10 foot seas, and we're just hauling ass.
We had our sails overpowered that entire first fucking...
we thought we were supposed to be full sail instead of first reef.
Yeah, so we were overpowered that whole time. That's why we were hauling ass, but it was dope as shit. We were flying.
But the whole boat was just...
Yeah, for sure. The boat was under some stress.
Yeah, and it's a nice-ass boat. It's not like some janky little thing that was thrown together. It was a...
It was a 48-foot cat, guys. So here, I think I have a photo of it on my gram.
Damn, he's cute. Oh. Oh, that fool's a clown.
Oh, dude, I don't even have a photo of it. Or no, probably my tagged, eh?
Probably not.
I think I posted it. Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Yeah, guys, so it was a 48-foot catamaran, a 48-foot Selena Fountain Peugeot catamaran. Super spacious, super comfy, but obviously in 6 to 10-foot swells. I mean, when someone's watching and the other 2 guys are trying to sleep, just, like, not fucking cool at all, right? So, yeah, so you started at 10 o'clock? You started at 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock?
I think I went from, like, 8 to midnight, then ended up waking up.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. You woke up, it was, like, close to 3.
Yeah.
You woke up. And I was still out on watch.
And then ended up coming up. I made coffee for us. Got started. Spilled that shit all over myself.
Yeah.
And then you walk downstairs, and next thing you know, a huge wave out of nowhere just breaks on the bow. And all of a sudden, it just feels like I got drilled with a 5-gallon bucket of water straight to the face. And I'm like, I have the blanket on me, too, because I'm freezing my ass off.
Oh, for sure.
And everything's just wet.
Yeah.
And then your dad comes up, like, 30 minutes later, just completely cruising. I'm like, what's up, Gregor? He's like, man, it's pretty windy out here, huh? And I'm like, yeah, no, I just got fucking drilled by water. And he's like, oh, sweet. I think I'm going to go back to bed. If you need anything, just wake me up and let me know. Literally, you would come and check on me every hour. Just
yeah.
Oh, man, I really just can't sleep. But you good up here? Okay, cool. I'm out.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, guys, so the biggest thing when you're doing a night watch, especially on a sailboat, you're watching for the wind speed, a little bit of the wind direction, really not really because it's not just going to change out of fucking nowhere. And then your bearing, which is your course, guys. So you want to... Sailing was a really interesting dynamic because we had the wind coming, I think, directly at our beam on the way there, right? And so that's, like, directly to the side. And we couldn't go west because we wouldn't be able to make it back east, right? So we had to keep our bearing, our course heading, like fucking 500 degrees to 2 miles, to the east, which was kind of interesting. So you're constantly, like, every fucking 20 seconds, just gotta fucking hit a button, turn the fucking wheel, fucking make sure you're on par with where you're going. Okay, so we just did the first night watch. We all get ready to sail for the entire next day, and we're fucking exhausted. Like, when did the actual exhaustion hit? Was it when we finally got to Tiki House?
We
all
got
exhausted?
there, and then we all took a nap during the day.
Yeah.
We slept during the day.
Yeah.
Because it was morning time when we got there.
Yeah.
And then that next morning, that was right when your dad got the phone call, because we ended up getting phone service there.
Oh, yeah, it was like really random service.
Yeah. And that's when he ended up talking to your grandma, hearing that his stepdad passed.
Oh, okay.
And that's when everything, we were just like, yo, there's just too much shit.
That's when we were all exhausted, yeah, facts.
There's too much shit not lining up in our favor with the winds, with the size of the waves, and then
we already had a delay, right? So we're already 10 days late because we were supposed to be there, or we were supposed to be back here end of September. It was looking like we wouldn't even be home yet. We'd probably be getting home next week. Yeah. You know, if we would have kept it out. So then, and then my step-grandpa ended up passing away, blah, blah, blah. But we're at Tiki House. We find out a lot of news. Still in our heads. I mean, we're sending it. We're going fucking 2,500 more miles
at that
or whatever it
point,
is.
I don't think you and I had in our head at all that we were turning back.
I didn't think we were turning around.
22 days of this, like, no questions asked.
Yeah,
like,
I was just trying to keep. We were trying to keep a positive headspace. We were like, "Fuck it, dude, we're locked in." Like he said, like, no, we're not. No one's turning around for shit. So like,
and
we're
then
not turning
Gregor
around.
he's like, "Hey, man, I don't know. I just have a weird feeling in my gut," and I was like, "Well, man, we gotta trust the gut here."
Yeah, seriously.
And then we ended up hopping. Flip ship around. The current there was gnarly, 9 knots going.
Dude, no, let's just talk about that whole island. It was like fucking so lame. We couldn't even get on the island. Remember, we were fucking flying around on a Zodiac for an hour trying to figure out where we could beach the Zodiac, and we couldn't beach anywhere because all the boats, these local people in Tiki House, super tiny population, but whatever like boat they had, it's just flat aluminum bottom boats, and they trimmed their motor all the way up. And they were able to, like, fucking go straight over the reef because there's, like, 2-foot deep sections. And we were like, oh, we're going to be beached. Like, we're going to fuck the motor up, like, whatever it is. We couldn't even beach the fucking Zodiac. Couldn't even go on the island. So we're still on the boat. The fucking current. We strapped up our anchor to some coral or some reef or whatever. Not some reef, some big rock, honestly.
That next morning before we did?
Yeah. Because we stayed the night there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, guys, we're, like, remembering this as we're fucking talking about it.
And we're just dead exhausted the whole entire time.
Yeah. Okay, so the next morning rolls around. We all come to conclusion, like, fuck this. We are going to turn around. We are all over it. My dad's not really into it. He was kind of the sole factor because we were already committed. We were already down. But when he was like, I don't really think I want to do this for 25 more days, it really set in for Brandon and I, and we were like,
actually,
you know what? Fuck that.
You want me to say word for word out of his mouth what he said?
What's up?
I have way too much fucking money for this bullshit.
Oh, straight up. Yeah, he was like, I make way too much money to be dealing with this shit. Yeah, that's what he said. Because he couldn't sleep for shit. Me and you were just passing out, dude. We were so tired. I was
fuck it. 45 minutes here? No problem.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, just grab and sleep whenever you can.
Next thing you know, hey, get up.
Yeah, do that, and then we're cooking food. The only thing we're eating.
Dude, that alarm.
Oh, that alarm fucking pissed me off. I just went to bed.
That was so loud.
I just fucking went to bed from that alarm. Like, I was, like, an hour asleep. Because I went, that day, I fucking watched until 4:45.
Yeah. No, it ended up being, like, 6:30 because your dad wanted to kick it with you.
Yeah, he kept me up, that motherfucker. I was waiting to go to bed. I was so tired, and he kept me up for, like, sunrise of just talking story, and I was like, you're fucking joking. Go to bed. Hour later, the whole fucking boat sounds like it's going to break again. God. So we turned around. We fucking were over it. We all turned around. We were like, fuck it. Let's turn around.
But that night watch was fucking hectic. Because that one was where it was all cloudy and no moon.
Yeah, that was when you were tacking.
You literally couldn't see your hand in front of your face. And Chris was trying to kill us out there, and I was just like, oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, so I was on my night watch. I went to bed. Brandon took over. About 50 minutes into Brandon's takeover, fucking my dad comes up. He's like, hey, man, fuck waking Chris up. We're going to change this shit by ourselves. Can't see shit. blah, 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 blah.
Let's not do things properly here, but...
Yeah, so I'm fucking sleeping. Check this shit out. I'm sleeping, and my dad asked Brandon to fucking drive the boat and turn into the wind with no motors on. Okay, for anyone that knows anything of sailing, like turning upwind with no motors on, very interesting because the wind is controlling where you're going. So if you turn a little bit too far, like a tiny bit too far, or even if you turn at all, the wind will kind of like redirect you and fucking turn you around. And Brandon turns the wheel. He's waiting for it to go. My dad's getting impatient, right? So my dad's impatient.
Come on, crank it a little more.
Yeah, he's like, turn the wheel more. Brandon fucking cranks the wheel all the way over. And next thing you know, he did a U-turn. And the fucking sails are going berserk. And my dad's losing his fucking mind. And you're just like, damn, this is fucking hilarious. Like, this is comical. And I'm sleeping. And I hear all this shit down below because it's loud as fuck down there. And I'm like, oh, fuck. The boat, like, something on the boat broke. Like, there's, like, my dad's seriously fucking screaming. Haven't heard him scream like that since, like, I was fucking up. Like, back in the day. And I fucking throw all my shit super fast, run straight upstairs. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I literally thought the main sail broke or something. Like, I was like, we're fucked. I was like, we're out here. I was like, this sucks. And my dad's fucking losing his mind, telling you to fucking grab a rope that, like, the power on the rope is equivalent to, like, 1,000 pounds of force pulling the opposite way. I'm like, dude, he's not even going to grab this fucking rope, all right? Like, the sails are just fucking going like this, people. Like, just fucking crazy. And we're in 10-foot swells, pitch fucking black. Someone's losing his fucking mind. I'm like, holy shit. How was that experience, Brennan?
It was all right, man. We ended up getting the winch on it. We got everything handled, flipped around, got on the right course.
That was fucking wild, dude. I literally thought the boat was fucking about to flip over.
And then I remember that point, like,
I woke up like we're gonna
everything
die.
got back to normal, got back on course, fixed everything, got the motor started, of course.
Yeah, right? Seriously.
Then you walk up, and I'm, like, completely zoned out. I had no idea. Well, like, I knew I was getting yelled at, but I was, like, so in the zone, like, tired, just in one ear, out the other. He's like, you good, bro? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, good. Like...
Yeah, I was checking in on the fucking homie.
Thinking my feelings are going to be hurt, and I'm like...
Oh, not even your feelings. Like, it was more even, like, just, like, rattled of, like, what happened. Because, like, from my perspective, like, literally waking up, I legit thought some fucking bad shit was going on, dude. Like, I really thought, like, we are fucked. Like, worst thought hopped in my head, and I was like, fucking mast broke. Mast fell over in the fucking ocean right now. It was so loud down below, and it sounded like the chain on the anchor was fucking deploying and shit. I was like... What is fucking going on?
Hey, it's only 7,000 feet deep.
Dude, I think it was like 15,000 or
yeah,
some
something stupid.
Yeah, so, I mean, we, basically, for anyone that doesn't know, too, night watch, and, I mean, any watch during the day, but obviously at night, you fall off the boat, you're going to fucking die. You are dead. You are automatic. You are dead. Facts. 30 seconds. I give it a fucking minute, and you are fucking dead. Like, especially trying to fucking float, right? It's trying to tread water out there in 10-foot seas and you can't see shit. You're already freaking the fuck out. You're in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's 15,000 feet deep. You're just cruising, and the boat's gone. No one even knows because both people are fucking sleeping.
Yeah. That's where those life vests come in handy. But you're still fucked.
But none of us even wore them.
I know.
But you're still fucked. You're just going to be floating.
Well, no, I looked at everything. It's all connected to the nav system on the boat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I started playing with it.
That's convenient, but we didn't even fucking know that.
Yeah. No, I was playing with it, and it says the exact location. As soon as they're set off, it syncs with the nav system, and it gives you your direct coordinates.
Okay. So even if we had these jackets in play, and we were wearing them, and we knew exactly how they worked,
you're still kind of fucked, though, because you're going to be even if you have your life jacket and floated,
you're going to be sitting there for
hours.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta wait for someone to wake up. The swell's
that big, and they were all white capping. Yeah. You would have been taking every single one of those straight on the head. Yeah, you would have been so bummed.
Yeah, that, and then the fact that both parties are still sleeping. So say you just started your watch, right?
Oh,
and the other person, they're sailing 4 hours out of the way, right?
Yeah.
In a completely different direction because no one's even on helm. And then even if you're I say even like fucking 20 minutes, you're fucked, dude. And anything longer than 5 minutes, you are gone. Because you got to turn the boat around, figure out where you are on the nav.
Sails down, turn the motor on.
You're fucking drifting.
And then go and find that person.
Yeah, and you're drifting. It's pitch black outside.
But the swells were so big, you wouldn't have even been able to see them.
That's what I'm saying.
Even with the strobes and all that, because
Yeah.
You're going to be like a little bobber going up and down, but you're like an ant.
Yeah, and you're like an ant, and you're fucking moving.
Yeah.
As well as we are moving.
And you're catching waves on the head the whole entire time.
Yeah, so I say, and you're just freaking out because you just fell off the fucking boat. Like, I don't care who you are, you're freaking out. You fall off a fucking boat like that, I don't care if you're like one of the best watermen in the world. You're probably fucking freaked out. Everyone's sleeping. You're probably like, I'm gonna fucking die.
I hope Tiki, how, where you at?
Yeah, right? So, okay, so all this shit happens. Thought the boat dies, blah, blah, blah. Thought we were fucking dead. And then we did that, and then we went straight to Moorea.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just ran into the trip. Well, how long were we in Moorea? Like a week?
Yeah, about a week.
Yeah, Moorea was sick.
Yeah, we got good surf a couple different times, and then we got yelled at by the police. We had to move the boat. We weren't allowed to anchor there.
Yep.
Then we went and re-anchored. Then we got yelled at by a warrior guy.
Yep.
And saying we were parked too close to his house.
We're just eating Spam, egg, and rice the whole damn time.
Yeah.
Spam, egg, and rice, and Dynamize coffee.
Yes, sir. A lot of coffee. Okay. You know, we had the healthy options. Absolutely no options. But, and we had Top Ramen, too.
Yeah, and Top Ramen. It was like off-brand Top Ramen. So that was dope. That was super yum. So that's what we ate the whole trip. That was our whole diet. That and like some chips. Getting sunbaked every day. Honestly, clearest water I've ever seen in my fucking life, though, hands down. I don't think water gets clearer than that. What we saw that one morning waking up, it was just that one day. Every other day was kind of eh.
Well,
that
our
one
anchor
day though
was at like close to 100 feet, and it looked crystal clear.
Yeah, it was a fucking swimming. It was clearer than most swimming pools, guys. It was fucking nuts.
And then we went and took the dinghy and went to go to the shallow sections and go mess around. And I go to get off the boat thinking it's literally like 3 to 4 feet of water. Like, oh, no sweat.
This shit's
It's going to be a
funny.
nice sand bottom. And I have my bucket hat and a long sleeve on because I was hiding from the sun at this point because I was just fried. I get off the boat. My bucket hat just goes straight up. It was straight 10 feet of water. And I'm just like...
Yo, and he did this, like, I told him to jump off the boat to check how deep it was, like, 3 or 4 times. And then he was finally like, yo, fuck this. I'm not jumping in
It's
again.
like, no, it's shallower here, dude. Like, look at it. It's way shallower.
Yeah, I mean, guys, like,
And
check out this video right here on the screen. Like, I promise it looks super shallow. Like, it's not... It doesn't seem that fucking deep. Like, it really seemed like it was, like, maybe 5 feet max. You know? So that's the exact time and day that Brandon's talking about. But yeah, he was just drowning himself all day that day. It was pretty funny, pretty comical. So you got swept up on the reef too one time.
Oh, that was
surfing.
the very first time on Moorea. That was the very first time I paddled out.
Yep.
And the boat is a couple hundred yards away from where we were surfing. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to ride this wave as far as I possibly can in. And then all of a sudden I go catch it, and then the wave's fading out. I go back to the whitewater and just am trying to get deeper and deeper into it. And I'm like, no shit, this is reforming. Yeah. I go, pop back up, start pumping down the line, and I'm like, oh shit, that's dry reef.
Yeah, straight on dry reef.
I end up jumping off my board and just trying to land like as flat as possible.
Yeah.
And I'm just flying across the reef right on my stomach. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, holy crap, this sucks. Because I was in like 4 to 6 inches of water at that point.
Yeah, it was so
and I'm just standing on the reef, and it's razor sharp. My feet are already getting cut. I broke my little toe next to my big toe, and it's still all fucked up. But the waves just kept pounding on my legs, and I could not move. And then Christian ends up seeing me like 5 minutes later. He's on the dinghy, and he's just sitting there laughing. Dude, that looks like that sucks, bro. And I'm like, yeah, I'm all bloody, bro. This is sick. You should try it sometime. And I ended up having to tiptoe across it on this sharp-ass... The whole thing was sharp as shit.
Fucking paddle into the boat real quick
and then I jump off the backside, jumped in the boat, and I was like, that was the best rescue. Because if I would have had to paddle that other 100 yards, I would have been so bummed.
Yeah, you'd have been over it, yeah.
And then that next morning, going out, and the shark's right next to the boat.
Oh, yeah.
We're going
out.
out.
Not a fan of sharks.
His dad does not like sharks. And right before we get in the water, there's a shark swimming right next to the boat. And I'm like, yo, check it out. There's a shark. And he was like, yo, don't fucking say that shit, man. Why you say that before we get in the water? And then I'm sitting, he broke his hip toe that day. He was bummed.
Yeah, he was having a fucking terrible time with that board. He
broke
it
it twice.
Yeah, he broke it twice.
Yeah.
Broke it, fixed it, broke it.
Different section.
Yeah,
Completely
scrub.
different section. And, yeah, then I'm sitting outside, and I literally just have a shark swimming right next to me. And I'm just, like, kind of laughing, and I'm like, yo, I probably shouldn't tell Gregor.
That's so funny. Dude, and then we saw a whale. We got bitched at for fucking jumping in with a whale. That was super funny. We literally, like, kind of parked the Zodiac on the whale. I think that was Scotty driving. He clowned that shit. We were so close to that whale. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We were, like, way closer than we were supposed to be with that whale. Yeah, then we went back to Tahiti. And then went back to Maria, right?
Yep.
And then what?
Then we went back to Papayete.
I love how you say it. It's so funny.
I have no idea how to actually say
cool.
it. Then we hung out for like a day or two. Then the new people got there, but then we couldn't dip yet because we had to show them how to use the boat.
We had to stay there an extra week.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was fucking so stupid.
And we were both like, hey, we're ready to dip. And then there was no flights out of there on the days we wanted to dip. So we had to wait till Saturday and come back that following Sunday. Mark, the homie, picked us up from the airport, and we were like, we are so fucking happy to get home.
Yeah, we got home, and we did. Remember, you thought the fucking house was moving?
Was moving. 22 days on a boat is a long-ass time because we literally weren't getting off the boat unless we were in Papayete or whatever it's called, because I can't say it.
Yeah, even then, I mean, we stayed the night on the boat every night.
Every night, yeah.
And, like, even in a harbor, the boat still slightly moves. But
our house felt huge.
Oh yeah, when we walked in, dude, like I was literally like I got sick because I was like, what the fuck's all this space? And it felt like it was moving, which was weird because you think like going on an airplane, flying 8 hours, you know, and driving in a car back here, you'd be like all reset. But
no. I just remember walking in the front door and being like, we live here, and we don't have a big house.
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh my gosh, this place is huge.
Yeah.
But I thought we were stunting on the boat. There was 4 queen-size beds, 4 bed, 4 bath, and only was the 3 of us on it for the majority of the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is big, luxurious, comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, little did I know, I sure did miss home.
Yeah, we were tripping for sure. So then we got home. Then we just kind of been playing catch-up, guys. Meant to throw a podcast out last week. Just got tied up with all kinds of work shit that we're doing. That's basically that's pretty much the full summary of what went down. We didn't really do too much. Just surfed, dove, didn't catch a fish till the last day. Spam, eggs, rice, drinking and walking over coral gardens, breaking toes, seeing sharks, trying to swim with whales. And
oh, I face planted that big day. That was sick.
Oh yeah, you got tossed on the falls a few times. That was pretty big. I think I have that pulled up too.
No, that wasn't even that day. It was a day after when it got way bigger.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
I mean, not massive, but double overhead.
It got way bigger that next day, and it was his dad, and I who paddled out, and there's 4 local guys in the water. And so it was pretty clear we were the only people who didn't fit in. And
yeah, you're
I'm just
you're
like,
white. You're Howie.
Exactly. And so I was just like, all right, going to show my respect for a second, sit on the outside. And then all of a sudden I'm like, watching them surf. I'm like, all right, they kind of rip.
Yeah.
But the only way to get respect when it's like that, you have to wait for a bomb and you have to go deep.
Yeah, catch the biggest wave that comes.
Exactly. And you just got to be patient and respectful because that's their home break. We're not from there. And so it's just like you could go out and you can just start paddling for waves and you're going to start issues really quick. But it's just like, I'm waiting for a bomb. Went way out the back. They're looking at me like I'm crazy. And I'm just like, all right, nah, I got this. All of a sudden, 10 minutes later, a set just rolls through. And I'm like, this is me. I'm on your dad's board.
This is me.
Oh, straight up. Like,
I know.
that's exactly what happens. You're like, yo, I'm fucking on
You're
this.
like, yep, this is me.
I'm on your dad's board. I've never ridden before. Brand new $1,100 board. Most expensive
paid $1,200 for that.
Oh, $1,200, yeah.
Yeah, $1,200 for a fucking surfboard. Dude's tripping.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say what I pay for surfboards.
Yeah,
but
like, fuck that.
yeah, and all of a sudden I'm like, all right, paddle, fully committed. I'm like, yo, I'm in it. I drop, and all of a sudden I just feel my feet coming out from under me, and I just face plant straight. But at that point, it was really solid, probably 12+ foot faces.
Yeah,
it was full.
That was a big day. I remember dropping you guys off for that day.
Yeah,
that was fucking
and I just
day.
kissed the water. And I came up, got thrown, got dragged all the way around the reef around, and then I had to paddle like 100 yards back out at that point because I went for a full tour.
Yeah, full tour of the campus.
And I come back out, and I'm like, I'm pissed. And I'm like, yo, this is bullshit. I just made myself look like a clown on a bomb.
Yeah. Because, guys, when you're on a bomb and you paddle for it, that means you're the farthest person out on the biggest wave that's coming in. So you obviously, to be able to catch it, you have to be the farthest person out. Pro and con to that, everyone can either see you fucking hopefully get shacked, right? Pull in or just make the drop and fucking shoot down the line, whatever you're going to do. Or plan B, what Brandon's talking about, fucking go over the handlebars, eat shit, get thrown over the balls, whatever you want to call it, tossed. And that's what happened. So all these locals just watched you fall. So now you're pissed and you look like a clown, what you're saying, which is pretty accurate probably to what was going on.
And so I finally get back out, probably takes 15 minutes, lined up, completely perfect again, deepest, same exact thing all over again. I was not...
Instant replay.
And I paddle back out, and your dad just goes, yo, you know that board doesn't have any rocker, right? And he's just like, yo, dude, you sure you want to do that again? Like, you just got fucked up. And it's not a friendly wave.
And,
like,
and at this point, the locals, too, are kind of saying some shit.
Yeah, they literally, and the third time I go, I paddle out because I'm just, like, ultra pissed. Like, screw this. I am not going to let this wave make me its bitch right now. I'm becoming friends with you.
Yeah.
And the third time I paddle out, they all look at his dad, and they're like, hey, I think he's crazy, like, thinking I'm fucked up in the head.
Yeah.
And the third one, I just dropped and got completely shacked, racing right through all of them. The best feeling. And then,
best feeling for sure.
Then they were all like, oh, he's good, he's allowed here.
Yeah.
And it turned into a succession until homie ended up catching that lip to his face and just squirping, dude.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my dad, quote for quote, got, like, molested. I mean, he's got his shirt ripped off.
No,
he was freaking out.
I was talking about the local guy who...
Oh, right. That was
back.
that was right after that happened. I think it might have been the same set. The set that fucked my dad up, and then that set fucked him up, too.
Your dad literally paddling to the boat at this point. Dude, I think I was just molested.
Yeah, my dad was tripping.
And his dad's a big wave surfer. He does tow-ins. He's done tow-ins all over the world and has massive balls. So me paddling back to the boat and him being like, yo, I was just molested. I'm like, all right, it makes me feel a lot better about those first two. Like, I knew because I hit my face so hard on the water. Like, you're spinning for a second and it's immediate headache status. And he's just like, after the second one, he's like, how do you feel? And I'm like I just got hit in the face by a 2x4.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then I just paddled away, and I just went right back in it. And I'm like, I'm getting one of these bombs.
That's funny shit. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of like the highlight, I guess. That
was probably the most fun I had. Was that day right there?
Cruising, yeah. I think the day before that, I think, was the fucking crystal clear day. So I think those 2 days were probably the best 2 days.
Yeah. And then, this dude, this local guy who was there, he was, he dropped.
The snorkel.
No,
I'm not
bringing up that.
Oh, cool.
He's just going, and he's getting so shacked, and he's goofy, and so he's facing the wave and just was toying with the barrel because it's just a big hollow barrel. He takes it right to the face, and his board was stuck on his feet. And his spine just folded backwards.
Yeah,
that was pretty hectic. And he comes up just screaming.
Yeah.
Like...
it was a heavy wave. Super heavyweight.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, yo, all right, what's up, bro? How you doing? Like,
Yeah,
you
good?
alive?
Yeah.
And he's just like shaking his head, giving me those eyes like, yo, I'm not good.
Yeah.
And he's like, is that your boat? Can I get a ride? I'm like,
For sure.
you
yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Come with me.
Yeah.
I got you. And then we ended up giving him a ride, and then he got on his boat.
And then he was there for 5 more hours.
Dude, all his
5
friends
more
just
fucking
let him lay on the boat, and I'm like, dude,
That
he was
sucks.
messed up.
Oh yeah, he was not.
He got
stoked.
drilled by that set, just straight spine folded in half backwards, and I was just like, ugh.
Funny shit.
Yeah.
Damn. So I mean that was basically the fucking majority of the trip. That with COVID test with fucking guys were negative with COVID. Don't even worry, your boys are good. We're clean. That fucking dealing with customs, dealing with boat paperwork, surfing with some locals, partying with some locals, and night watch almost dying. You know, and that pretty much sums up the trip.
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
I don't know if there's anything you want to add.
No, just wait till next trip.
Yeah, next trip, and then hopefully we have a nice guest on for you for the next episode. And thanks for tuning in. Sorry we've been away for a little while, and we're gonna be
But
posting
we
every
are
Wednesday.
back, bigger, better than ever before.
I wouldn't say bigger.
I know, this guy's
Wouldn't
getting
say
skinny
bigger.
fat, 20 pounds down. I'm 20 pounds up, dude. Look
Yep.
at me.
We're
I'm just
reversing
getting dumb
those.
thick.
All right, guys, take it easy. We appreciate it. Much
All
love.
right, shoot. Illy, guys.